You already know what you want, you've known for a long time. Maybe it's a business, a book, a life that actually feels like yours. You've pictured it so clearly you can almost feel it, the version of you who finally stopped waiting. And yet, here you are still waiting. What I'm about to share isn't another productivity tip. It's something much deeper, and honestly, something most people will never understand about themselves. There are hidden psychological forces keeping you trapped between dreaming and doing. And the terrifying part, you don't even know they're running. In this video, we're going to pull them out into the light one by one. Let me tell you about someone I know well. For 3 years, this person had a plan, a vision they'd talk about at dinner, sketch in notebooks, and feel completely certain about. They knew the idea was good. They could feel how real it was. But every time they sat down to actually start, something happened. The timing wasn't right. They needed more research. They'd start tomorrow when things calmed down, when they felt more ready, when life made more space. 3 years, the idea was still there, untouched, perfectly preserved in the amber of someday. That person was me. And if you're honest with yourself right now, I think some version of that might be you too. So what is actually going on? Because this isn't laziness, let's get that clear right now. Lazy people don't lose sleep over their dreams. They don't feel that low hum of guilt following them through the day, that quiet voice saying you should have started by now. That guilt, that ache, that's a person who deeply cares, being held hostage by something they can't name. So let's name it. The first hidden force is called the fantasy effect, and it sounds counterintuitive, but bear with me. A psychologist named Gabrielle Oettingen spent over 20 years studying what happens in the brain when people fantasize about their goals. Her findings shocked the research world. She discovered that the more vividly you imagine your dream life, the less energy your brain actually mobilizes to go get it. When you picture the outcome in rich emotional detail, your brain partially experiences it as if it's already real. You feel on some chemical level like you've already made it, and then you go make a snack. This is why people who talk the most about their dreams often do the least about them. The talking, the imagining, the mood boarding, it's giving the brain the reward without doing the work. How many times have you felt that surge of inspiration only to have it completely evaporate by the next morning? That's not weakness, that's your brain having already cashed the check. The second hidden force is even older than psychology has words for. Your brain is not designed for success, it is designed for survival. There's a part of your brain, deep, ancient, entirely irrational, that treats your dream like a threat. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's unknown. And unknown to a primitive brain means danger. The moment you move towards something genuinely meaningful, your brain reads that as exposure, the potential for failure, judgment, rejection, and it pulls the emergency brake. It doesn't show up as fear, exactly. It shows up as, I'll do it tomorrow, let me check one more thing, maybe I should learn a little more first. You can spend entire months feeling busy while never actually doing the thing that matters. That's not preparation, that's sophisticated hiding. The longer you hide, the harder it gets. Every time you avoid taking action, your brain encodes that avoidance as the right response. Over time, you don't even notice you're running. I want to stop here and ask you something. Is there something you've been getting ready for way longer than makes sense? Not because you're incapable, but because somewhere beneath all the planning and the almost starting, there's a fear so quiet you've never actually looked at it directly. What would happen if you failed? Not in general terms specifically. What would it mean about you? For me, the honest answer was devastating. It meant I wasn't as talented as I thought, that I had aimed at something real, tried, and proven I wasn't enough for it. That's the real reason most people don't start. The dream, as long as it stays a dream, is still perfect. The moment you try, you're mortal again. The third hidden force is something psychologists call identity lock. We all carry a story about who we are. That story runs every decision we make and filters every opportunity we see. And for people who dream big, it's often built around being the person with potential, the one who could, the one who might. That identity feels safe and comfortable, but the moment you take real action, you risk shattering it. What if you try and it still isn't enough? This is why some of the most gifted people you'll ever meet are also the most stuck. Talent without action becomes armor, and armor eventually becomes a prison. So what do you actually do? The answer isn't just start. You've heard that 1,000 times. The problem was never knowing you should start. It's what's happening underneath. First, stop visualizing the outcome. Start visualizing the obstacle. Force yourself to name the one real thing standing between you and your goal. When you do, the urgency comes back because your brain finally knows you haven't arrived yet. Second, make the action so small it's almost embarrassing. Not work on my book, open the document and write one sentence. Not start my business, send one email to one person who might care. The hardest part is never sustaining action, it's initiating it. 2 minutes of real action beats 2 hours of planning, every single time. Third, and this is the one that actually changed things for me, stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is not something you receive, it's something you build by doing the thing before you feel ready for it. You are not broken, you are not lazy, you are not someone who just doesn't have what it takes. You are a person with a deeply human brain doing exactly what it evolved to do. But your brain was not designed for the life you want to live. The gap between dreaming and doing is not a character flaw. It's a feature of being human, and the question is whether you'll let that feature run your whole life. The version of you that finally starts isn't waiting for a sign or waiting for the fear to go away. That version decides, and then moves. The dream doesn't get smaller the longer you wait, but you do. So ask yourself honestly, what is the one smallest action you could take today, not tomorrow, that would prove to yourself you are actually moving, not to the world, to yourself? That's where it starts, every single time.
Like to learn more about human psychology? Like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching.